Yeah, I'm not Rico Sablon of Liquid Entertainment. I am Andrew Rubino of Liquid Entertainment. What I'm going to talk to you guys a little about is just going to go over some of the combat in Thor and what we focused on. Before I get to that, what I really want to talk about first is, I'm kind of a comic book nerd. It was pretty awesome to be told, hey, guess what we're doing next? We're going to do Thor. And it was like, sweet. So there was a bunch of guys in the office really happy with that. But even by the end of the project, even the people who weren't really that familiar with Thor, you know, we all kind of grew to love this character. And there's a lot to love. I mean, first of all, he's got a really interesting mythology that most other superheroes don't have, you know, that whole Norse thing and then the relationship with Odin and Loki and all that. And also, he's just so damn powerful. I mean, he's one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe. And so we really wanted, when we made the game, to think about everything you see in the movie, everything you see in the comics, we want you to be able to do in the game. We want you really to feel like, look, Thor is super damn powerful, and that's how you're going to feel at all times. And when you talk about combat in Thor, you really got to talk about Mjolnir, his hammer. And so we made sure that in all his melee combat, we're using the hammer constantly all over the place. Thor has over 50 moves, so we got a lot of depth. There's a lot of different things you can do. But we also want to keep it accessible. We do want to focus on having to memorize a lot of long combo strings. We want people to be able to go see the movie, come back, pick up that controller, and just be able to be awesome right off the bat. So you still have that depth. We're just trying to make it as easy to get into as possible. And of course, one of Thor's most iconic moves is the hammer throw, and we've got that too. At any point in time, you can throw that hammer out, smash a demon's head in from 100 feet away, 200 feet away. It's really awesome. It's something you can do at any time, and something you guys get to check out in a little bit. And of course, Mjolnir gives Thor control over the elements. He's got powers of wind, lightning, and thunder. And each of them have their own cases where they're going to be better or worse to use, but all of them will let Thor unleash really spectacular, devastating attacks that allow him to just change the tide of battle in his favor. And kind of the final pillar of combat that we want to talk about, something we really wanted to focus on, was grapples. Because Thor, even if he puts the hammer down, is still incredibly powerful. And we wanted you to be able to feel that superhuman strength. And so you can grapple any enemy in the game. If you grapple an enemy your size, you're just going to obliterate that guy. But Thor doesn't just fight guys his size, he's Thor. You bring him out when there's a real problem, when there's a serious situation. Thor fights Surtur and giants and demons. And so when you fight these really giant guys, we wanted to make sure that you felt empowered, that you felt connected to this guy. You're not a gnat buzzing around his head. You're not just hacking at his ankles. You can really take the fight to that guy and fight him on equal footing. And so when you grapple somebody, you don't just see a cinematic. You get to choose, what do I want to do? Do I want to smash him with the hammer? Do I want to blast him with lightning? And when you fight a really huge guy, you get to do all that, plus you also get to consider, well, where do I want to grapple him? I could grapple a fire demon's chest and then jump to his head and blast him with lightning and then go to his shoulder and smash him with the hammer. And we want you to have that freedom, that feeling that you're strong enough to wrestle these guys, to meet them on their level. And so we got a lot of moves in the game, and we also wanted to let the player customize himself a little bit. So we have a progression system. We have over 30 upgrades. You can buy new moves, upgrade old ones. And we also have a lot of collectibles in the game, things you can find to explore the levels. And the coolest of those is the things that let you visually customize Thor. So you can get collectibles that change the color of Thor's lightning, so it starts as blue, you can make it yellow or red or whatever you like. And also we've got special costumes that kind of go back to the comic fans. So we've got Ultimate Thor, and we also have Thor in the Destroyer armor, which you can see behind you. And yes, when there's some debate, does Thor wear a helmet, does he not wear a helmet? That's up to you. At any time, you can go to the menu and throw that helmet on Thor if you like. So that's a lot of information I know. If you guys want more details, I'm going to be right up there along with a bunch of other people from Liquid. So please come on up, and if you have any questions, let me know.